What's good, YouTube? Hope all is well with you. DeValian Scents coming at you once again with another fragrance review. But of course, as always, we need to shout out the subscribers. Appreciate every single one of you, as well as those if you're not subscribed and you're still watching. I appreciate you as well. Please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell so that you're made aware of all videos upcoming. Even if you're not notified, you'll have a chance of getting notified. That's really what it needs to. That's really what needs to happen. You'll get a chance of being notified by the notification bell when you click it for future videos. Yeah. Somebody put that in writing. Anyway, we are coming together once again for another fragrance review, and this is Drifter from the House of True Religion. This is an aromatic, fruity fragrance. And you can see this is in the form of, I believe what's called a flask. I don't drink, but this is an old school flask. I really like the bottle. You've got that hard metal part right here at the bottom. Then you've got this. This is all leather with the stitching. Then you've got the top here. Let's see where my sprayer is. It's in there in the front. Go ahead and spray this on the old forehand here. Remind myself of how good this fragrance really is. Yes, very, very good, very, very nice. So the thing about this particular fragrance, two things. Number one, there is a note that is used in this fragrance that, as much of a crowd pleaser as this is, in my experience, my personal experience, I don't see why a lot of other fragrances, a lot of other brands have not used this note, or at least I haven't seen it anytime I've seen a note breakdown, and that is the note of apricot, or apricot, wherever you're from. I go with apricot. The fruit of apricot is prominent in this fragrance, and it is a crowd pleaser. I'm telling you from experience. It is a crowd pleaser, and it really makes this particular fragrance shine for the warm weather, for the spring and summer. So I'm going to go through the notes. Top notes are ginger, blackberry, pear, grapefruit, and cardamom. Middle notes, there's the apricot listed in the middle. Water notes, juniper berries, and rosemary. Base notes are sandalwood, guaiac wood, and amber and vetiver. So I definitely get the ginger off the top. I don't get any blackberry. I get pear. I get grapefruit. I don't really get that much of the cardamom, although it's, I do sense some spiciness here, but what I'm used to smelling as far as cardamom, it's not the same. The apricot is very prominent in this. Again, very prominent in this fragrance. You've got an aquatic feel from the watery notes. Juniper berries, I do get that. Rosemary, I get a little bit of that. I do get the sandalwood and the guaiac wood in the dry down. I don't get any amber, no amber. And then I get a little bit of earthiness from the vetiver. So again, this is a very nice aromatic, fruity fragrance. Like I said, the apricot note is very prominent in this. It lasts throughout the whole fragrance. I smell on the top, the mid, and the dry down. And it's not linear. Those other notes do play a part, the ones that I said that I smelled, but the apricot is so prominent in this, and it's so wonderful. And it's, like I said, I don't see any other fragrances using apricot. When they talk about fruity notes and using a fruity fragrance, you've got your apple, you've got your tangerine, your mandarin, your orange, you've got plum that's starting to catch on really big, but I don't see anybody using apricot in their fragrance. You even have people using peach, but not apricot. And I know there's a debate on whether or not a peach is an apricot. I'm not gonna get into that, but it's very, I don't see why a lot of other brands don't use apricot for their fragrances, for a fresh and fruity fragrance. It really does work well to me. Now, next thing, I got this for $20. Now, I know what you're saying, a cheapie. Oh no, no. But hold on a minute. I gotta go back to about with the time that this came out in 2011 in San Diego. When I first stumbled upon this fragrance, it was $65. Yeah, about $65. I was in the store in San Diego in the high-rise luxury mall, if you will, called Fashion Valley. If you ever been in San Diego, if you're from San Diego, Fashion Valley Mall in San Diego is a very high-rise luxury mall in San Diego, and True Religion has its own store there. So when you go to the True Religion store, you see, of course, a designer brand, so you see all the clothing and whatnot. And then at the register, then you see this. Now, this is more of a compliment, if you will. Of course, it is being a designer brand. This is more of a compliment to all the clothing and the store itself. So it's like, okay, you go around shopping for, a pair of pants from True Religion, a shirt, a couple other accessories. And then when you're at the register and you're ready to pay for all the things that you want, they're saying, hey, how about a fragrance to go along with it? It's the True Religion fragrance. They have a True Religion Original Pour Homme and then a True Religion Drifter at the time. It was just those two fragrances from True Religion. And this is merely a compliment to what you're already buying as far as the clothes. So you got the whole outfit and you got True Religion dressed from head to toe, and then you splash on a True Religion fragrance and you're sold out for the brand there. So you're sold out for the brand, and they want to make a little money off of it, and they made it a quality fragrance, and that's why it was $65. Now it's $20 now because number one, True Religion doesn't do that big of they don't have that big of a budget, I would think, in terms of advertising. I mean, seriously, when's the last time of all the clothing brands you see on TV and commercials, when's the last time you saw a True Religion commercial? You don't see it. True Religion, even ever since 2011, since this fragrance came out, I don't even see commercials about their clothing, let alone their fragrance. So number one, this was not heavily marketed. Two, as time went by, if the brand dies down, then guess what? The fragrance price is going to die down. But that doesn't mean that this is a cheapie. In my opinion, my humble opinion, a cheapie is one that started at $20 and has been $20 ever since. That's a cheapie. That's a true cheapie. This is a fragrance that, like I said, it came out. It's a quality fragrance. You charge about the average designer price for 100 ml, $65, as a compliment to the clothes that you want people to buy. So to me, that's not a cheapie. It's not a cheapie. And this doesn't smell like a cheapie. This smells like a very nice, crowd-pleasing, fresh and fruity aromatic scent. Very good for the summer, very good for warm weather, and I guarantee you will like it and you will get compliments. I've already gotten several compliments since repurchasing this. When I first sampled it 10, 11 years ago, this is one of those fragrances that I just never forgot about. And I was like, eventually I'm going to get my hands back on that True Religion Drifter, because honestly, like for a lot of fragrances that I don't really care about, yeah, I would be surprised if I forgot about them. And now if there's one that's just horrible, yeah, I remember that one was horrible. But for the most part, if it doesn't wow me, if I don't really like it, I'm going to forget about it. I might even forget the name. Maybe I remember it when I see the bottle. But ones that I really like, it doesn't matter how long it is, I'm going to remember them. I'm definitely going to remember them. And this is one of them that I always remember. This was a good smelling fragrance when I sampled it. This was really good. Eventually I'm going to buy me a bottle, and hey, it just happens to be $20 now at discount retailers as opposed to the $65 that it started with. Like I said, to me, that's not a real cheapie. So you're getting a quality fragrance here for what you pay for now, and it's a quality fragrance because of the way it was originally designed, the way it was originally made at the $65, maybe $75, $85 level when it first came out. So once again, this is True Religion Drifter, an aromatic, fresh and fruity fragrance with a very prominent apricot note. I encourage you to check this out. It is a crowd pleaser. You will get compliments. And we will see you next time in the next episode. Until that time, believe until you stop breathing. This is the Valiant Sense. We'll see you in the next one.